Arrived at Adam's house right before he comes from Japan. Nicole's actually on his way out picking him up. And he asked me to work on Nicole's car today, which I will be fixing the wiring that goes on the wheel well. While drifting, when you're at full lock, the tire rubs against the wiring harness. So I'm gonna take the fenders off, run the wire over the fender lip, and then zip tie it to that, and then put the fender back on. That way you don't have rubbing issues with the wheel. Before I start doing any work, I definitely gotta enjoy my nice chewy boba drink. Nicole got me hooked up on these things. They're so delicious, and they're exactly on my way from my house to Adam's house. So that means that every time I go to Adam's house from now on, I'm gonna have to stop there. There's a nice pizza place where they have some delicious pizza, and they have white pizza and pepperoni, which are my favorites. Eat. Always Big Boost gotta have his food before he starts any job. If I'm hungry, I get sloppy. I can't work, right? But I'm covered. I got my milkshake and pizza, so I'll eat this and then I'll get to work. Later at some point, I gotta fix the overheating issues with the car. I'll probably be cutting the radiator supports to move the radiator forward so I can put better fans in there. Also may use a smaller AC condenser to allow more air to flow to the radiator. But man, I just can't stop staring at this thing. It looks so good. I can't believe this is a 3-day job. It looks like we spent probably a whole month building this thing. It looks so clean. We'll begin by removing the front wheels. Gotta get the wheels out. You can see the wires in there not looking that great. So I gotta remove this little side skirt part. Then I can get the bolts from the bottom of the fender. There should be one inside the door or two top bolts. I need to remove the front bumper, so I can then also remove the corner light and get the fender out. Now that we got the car up in the air, you can easily see the damage to the wires. So there's a little worn out wires right here. You gotta take care of that, open it up, tape it back up so it doesn't make contact. Then I want to run the cables on this little lip up here, which you can't see because of the lighting. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the fender so we can see what we're gonna do. Alright, now we have to remove this thing from here. But like always, these things are always bent. So let's cut this zip tie off first. It's holding this in place. We're gonna remove this. Also a loose bolt there, just not doing anything. Seems to be some adhesive holding this down. Let me see this. Remove it very slowly. And it'll just come right off. There. Now we got the fender exposed, so we gotta take care of this. We always do, just get one of these adjustable wrenches, get a good grip on it, just straighten it up. Just try to even it out little by little so you don't break the thing. You wanna get it perfectly straight down. It's a little bit more. Alright. Now we can get a screwdriver to see if that works. Yep. And our fender is off from the bottom. Now we got one all the way in there. Gotta remove that one. Then the fender can come off at least. There's supposed to be another one on the top, but it's not in there. Right there, there's no bolt on it. Makes it a little bit easier to remove because that one is really difficult to get out. little bolt. Get out of there. There we go. Okay, now it's loose. Now we go to the top bolts. Alright, front bumper comes off now. Next, we remove the corner light. This will grant us access so we can get the bolt holding the headlight to the fender. Now you got this out of the way. Now you have two 10mm bolts holding the fender to the headlight. And the final bolts are the 3 top bolts. Now the fender should just literally pull right off. Alright, now to the very important part. Here's what I want to do. I want to run the harness that's underneath this over this. So I have to undo it, run it over this, hammer this up to make it flat like a lip so that the harness can rest over that, and then you just zip tie it so there's 2 little holes right here. That's all there is to it. First, undo the harness from the stock location, cut the zip ties off. And you have access to it. What I want to do, I want to run it over this thing like this. That way the tire can't rub on the harness anymore. Before we can proceed, we got 2 wires that need attention. This black one and the blue one right here definitely got rubbed. So I'll take those over, fix them up, then close the harness back together and then install it. Here's a repaired section of the wire. It's all fixed and ready to go. Alright, let's begin the operation. First, run the wire to the top, make sure it sits comfortable. Run a zip tie and tie it up here. So you get it nice and tight. And the second zip tie. So you have it all set and flush and tight. There's another zip tie around here. Yeah, there you go. This is holding the harness from like moving around in the front. Alright, that is it, guys. That's how the wiring should run now. You got really close to the firewall. It goes over the frame. It's just all over the thing, and the tire cannot rub against the wire anymore. And this is what it looks like with the tire mounted. See, there's no place for the tire to rub on it anymore. Driver's side is complete. Now we're gonna move on to the passenger side. I just gotta take the top 3 bolts off and then we can remove the fender. And there we have passenger side is complete. It's all over the lip now. And now I need to put the fender back in it. One small observation I made is that the tire is rubbing on the wheel well here, and it's rubbing there. I'm gonna suggest to Adam that we raise the car at least another ½ an inch just to play it safe. And the car has the same height that it had when it had the SR20, but the 1Jz is a lot heavier. That's putting a lot more weight down on the car, especially transitioning. Now we're ready to install the bumper. Just gonna get these plugs. And the other side. Bolts. The knots between the studs and the bumper. Alright, so we got the fenders in. Everything works out great now. Adam also wanted to install a boost controller on the car, so we're gonna try to like raise it up and make it more fun.
Only 1 bar though.
Only one bar of boost. Yeah, he's all in Japanese terms now.
I think it's like 14.5 PSI or something around there.
Yeah, 14.7 PSI is 1 bar. So we got a 14 points. You can actually, I think you can set up the dial on the display on the gauge to have bar instead of PSI.
Michael would freak out and think her car's broken.
But it'll be Japanese. It's a Japanese thing to do.
Yeah, true.
Alright, I gotta go catch a movie in downtown Disney with my friends. We're gonna go watch Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'll see you guys later.